It's a brand new day.
Hello, Tyler. How you doing?
How are you?
Good, come in. What's up, guys? It's your girl, K. Michelle, and I am a recording artist. I started out on a little show called Lovin' Hip Hop Atlanta. And I'm a restaurant owner of Puff and Pedals. I'm Southern, I hold hands.
Oh, I love it.
So, who knows? Maybe Tyler has been to my restaurant, or maybe he's seen me kind of act a fool on my TV show.
Well, I think this looks like a good spot to sit. When the client opened the door, I did not recognize her, but I could tell that my client was really open to talking and expressing herself.
My name is K. Michelle. That's my stage name.
So wonderful to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Tyler.
So, are there people that you'd be interested in hearing from today, potentially?
Yes.
Awesome. And I believe that whatever comes out in a reading is typically what a person's meant to hear.
That's what I need.
Yeah.
That's what I need. You know, there are some people that have passed in my life that have really been pivotal in where I'm at right now. I'm just, you know, hoping for some type of closure and understanding of everything. Do people cry through these things?
All the time, and that's okay.
Yeah, because I have a white couch, and I'm really not for it.
You know, it's okay. So I'm just gonna give it one sec. Oops.
I think this is the most quiet I've been in my whole life.
Oh, it's all good. No worries. Okay, mom's side, mom's side, mom's side. So mom's side is kind of like the big emphasis in the way this is coming in. Is there anyone on mom's side of family we would be interested in connecting with at all?
Oh, yeah.
Mom's side of family, they're having me talk about two sisters, like over and over and over again, over and over and over and over and over again. So where would that fit for that side of family?
My mom, two sisters, they died.
And these are two people that I feel like I'm gonna have to talk about today, and they're important. So
Okay.
we'll talk about them. It feels like there's some necessary messages around this. One of the sisters that I feel like I have to highlight, she's showing me like systematic. And when they do that, it's usually their way of acknowledging that whatever they dealt with health-wise affected like multiple systems. Like it wasn't just one thing, it kind of went through the entire body. But this woman's acknowledging this like progressive decline, and I feel like it could have affected
That was
area.
definitely what happened. My Aunt Robin died of rheumatoid arthritis.
Okay. And the feeling is like emphasis more on one than the other, but there's this feeling of like the diabetic thing.
Oh, wow. That... Phyllis was my last aunt to pass, and she died of diabetes. And it's not like, you know, they died when they were, you know, older. They died really young, like late 30s, early 40s.
Right.
When they had all of their life ahead of them, and I never could really understand that. They were like really the cool aunts. They were very pretty, like very pretty. And they all had these big personalities like me, and they just were family oriented.
They're having me bring up a biological child that like someone within that side of family stepped in and helped raise a child.
My Aunt Robin, she passed. She had 3 beautiful daughters, and she passed. We were in high school, and then once she passed, my Aunt Phyllis raised those little girls. My Aunt Phyllis took on the responsibility of 3 daughters, and I always thought it was so unfair to the world and to like the universe for you to like really take my Aunt Phyllis after she's done such a good deed.
This is coming through as a way of acknowledging like an appreciation for what she did after, because the feeling is like I'm not able to be here, but my kids are taken care of by
And she did take care of them. She really loved them.
There's a couple messages I want to focus on.
We were the closest.
Yeah, she's kind of the one that I need to resolve some stuff with.
Okay.
Use this one there. Oh wow, okay. She's having me joke. There's a funniness around her which I love. Like there's a lightness despite what she would have been going through. You know, there is this lightness.
My Aunt Phyllis, she was like the light of the family. She brought us together on Sundays. She used to keep me and my mom from arguing. And she used to tell my mama let her sing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, when I sing, my aunt's gonna be my manager.
Right.
My aunt would always tell my mama, let me sing. And she would come to all of my talent shows and pageants and everything. And she was always super supportive of my music career. So for things to start happening in my music career, for me to get a record deal, you know, to be on TV and do things and her not be around, it just, you know, is a bit unfair and something that I still have to question, because she did so much for other people. Like, why didn't she get to live her own life? I told myself today, I definitely will not be crying.
So the aunt that we were mentioning about the diabetes thing, this is just good to keep in mind. She was having me talk about like a service, a memorial, being honored. There's a situation around this that she's having me talk about, like wanting people to let go of.
Oh my God, Tyler.
She wants them to let this go, because this is coming in, and this feeling with this is like, this is something that's traumatic. I know that this is hard, and the feeling is like, just let this go about how this was dealt with the funeral. Like, you did what you had to do.
It's very hard to say goodbye. I didn't go to the funeral because I couldn't take it.
Right.
And my family was upset. I just couldn't accept it.
Of course.
And I just sat in the studio that day. In Miami, I would not go.
Yeah.
I refused.
The way this comes in, she was so passionate about your passions and wanting you to fulfill your life. You need to know that she feels like you made the right decision. She wanted people to celebrate her life, and the best way that you could have celebrated her impact on your life was being in the studio and working and doing your thing. It's never easy, no matter how old or young, but especially when they're so young, you know? And you expect to have them there for forever.
At least, you know, to see this. I just felt like when speaking on my aunts, it was something needed, and I felt like, you know, they want me. You know what I'm saying, to be successful, but it's like bittersweet. It's like, it's something that through the years I'm always battling. Dang, if my aunt could just see what just happened or what's happening for me.
Are there any questions about any living family that we haven't talked about that you'd be curious about the health
My
of?
father.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna, Well, you know, the way this comes in, they're just having me acknowledge keeping in mind his chest. They're bringing me here, and then they're having me talk about fluid in this area, like pneumonia, bronchitis, anything kind of chronically. I would be concerned that in the event that he got pneumonia or bronchitis, that he'd start kind of having high blood
bronchitis
pressure.
last Christmas.
So
You're right. My father is very stubborn and independent. He's like really in his own head, does his own thing. We fought with him about checkups, everything. He's never went to the doctor or listened to us. This past Christmas, he went to the hospital 6 times in a week. And he's never gonna tell me ever if anything is wrong with him. He's never.
it sounds like it's his way of coping with it.
I just wanna make sure that he knows that I am strong enough, you know, to handle anything that's going on with him, because that's my job as a child, and it's to give back what he gave me. So I want him to loosen up and open up and trust me more, that I can handle it. And he doesn't look the same. And I'm just really worried about him.
It's a tough thing. You know, I'm not getting any huge feelings about him going anywhere immediately or anything like that.
Okay, good.
But you just definitely, you know, encourage him if you can, that when he gets bronchitis again, which I think you will, just to, you know, be on top of that, monitor it. It doesn't have to get to bronchitis.
As long as I can,
That's
I
all
will
you can
hound
do?
him to know his health. And
Absolutely. We can only do so much, and we're only responsible for so much. And sometimes we have to have acceptance, even if it's hard.
yeah, you men are very difficult.
We are.
It is super emotional, as you can see. It's like really emotional because it's my loved ones. Not much super upsets me other than my loved ones. I really wasn't expecting
Right.
like anything.
So
I
glad.
love them, and I love you.
Oh,
Like-
so sweet. That's so precious.
I think it like kind of verifies kind of like how I was raised, and that is that our loved ones are still there, and that they still love us, and that they want us to know that they're okay. It just verified family is everything to me, and that's it. He was good. I'm shocked. He was good. Like, I knew he was gonna be good, but I didn't think he was gonna like nail like specifics. That was good. I'm happy now.